Once you add an action figure like Doomsday or Darkseid to your collection, you already know what Superman action figures would be thinking if they could actually think.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review for you. And as you can see, today we're going to be taking a look at the Storm Collectibles DC Injustice Gods Among Us Doomsday. And man, have I been waiting on this figure for a while. This guy looks absolutely sick. Ever since I got my hands on Bane, I've been stoked to pick up everything Storm Collectibles that's DC. Like, I'm just excited for everything. Superman, Batman, Darkseid, you name it. And like I said, this guy looks phenomenal. So let's go ahead and take a look at that sexy packaging so we can get the figure out and see what he's all about. Now, in case you've never had a Storm Collectibles before, here's some information on it. This package is so big that I literally have to show the ends of my dial just for you guys to be able to see this whole package on screen because of how much I had to zoom out. But yeah, these guys are huge. Now, into the package itself, you do have Doomsday, as you guys can see through the window packaging. You have a cool image of him right there that kind of goes off to the side as well. It says Storm Collectibles, DC Injustice Gods Among Us, Doomsday. At the top, you got DC Injustice Gods Among Us, and then right here, just the image that bleeds into the side, nothing much. But then on this side, you do have a badass image of him. At the bottom, you have all the legal stuff that no one really cares about. Then on the back, of course, you do have a bio of the character, which is dope. You do have some poses you can get the figure into, and then just a few more things at the bottom. So that being said, let's go ahead and bust this guy out because I'm excited to pose this figure. Now, straight out of the package, Storm Collectibles made it pretty obvious that this figure is not technically meant to go in scale with 6-inch figures. Like, that's not what this guy is for. Obviously, there have been some photos floating around that makes it look good with them, but technically he's not for it. But I only have one gripe with this figure so far, and it's just looking at it, the head looks a little bit too small, but then again, I haven't seen Doomsday in a while. I didn't look him up. So this could be completely accurate. I've never played with him in Injustice. I think I only played as Batman. But anyway, off of that, onto the figure itself. This guy is loaded with detail. All kinds of sculpting, all kinds of paint, all kinds of just everything. Like, this guy, if you just look at the figure, you can tell exactly what I'm talking about. There's all kind of shading all over the body. There's grays mixed with whites. You got all these spikes coming out of him that have all these mixtures in them. The face looks phenomenal. Like, I really think they knocked this out of the park. Like I said, I do think the head's too small, but other than that, they did a great job on this guy. I really like how the pants came out, or shorts, whatever the heck these are. I don't know. I really like how they did the toenails too. Like, surprisingly, every single part of white on the body where bones are coming out, it's a matte finish. But then you kind of have like a metallic white to the toenails. I just found that pretty funny. And it's the same on the fist as well. Like, if you look at the thumb. But this guy is just sick. Like, I really freaking dig this from front to back. Like, they knocked this figure out. I like the ponytail. It's pretty dope. Actually, if I can show the ponytail, it would have been cool if this would swivel, like, so you can actually pose it like blowing or something when he's fighting. But I'm not going to complain about that. It is still cool that we got it. One thing I always question, like, when I look at Doomsday and I see that he has this, I'm like, who did he allow to braid his hair for him? Because I know he didn't do it himself. Now, in case you didn't get it when I first said it, this guy is freaking huge. To the top of his head, this guy stands literally 10 inches tall. So that's 4 inches taller than most 6-inch figures. Obviously, some of them don't even go to 6-inch. We have Superman and Batman figures that are like 5.5. So this guy is going to tower over everything, which he does. So it makes sense, but just giving you guys that heads up. Now for the hardest part to keep on camera, the articulation. Doomsday looks up very well, actually. Well, not very well, but I mean, it's good enough. He looks down about that much, and his neck, like all around here, is a very soft plastic. and it's flexible, so it helps with the articulation. He can't look down as much as I want him to, especially considering the fact he's going to be taller than every single figure I have. That would be great, but I mean, it'll work. As far as his arms go, you guys can see he does have a butterfly joint. Arms go up and out that much. Beautiful job. They did great on that. He does have a bicep swivel. He can only bend his arm. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, he can only bend his arm about that much. It's due to probably the muscle mass, but yeah, not much. I wish he could go a little bit further. I'm not going to stretch it, but as you guys can see, he's still going to be able to punch forward and all that good stuff. Hands are on a, I guess this is a ball peg. Let me pull this apart because I want to see myself. Well, more like a hinge. But yeah, you can move it all the way around, have no issues with that at all. Not very many limitations. He does have a diaphragm joint that has a lot of gappage in it depending on how you pose him. But he can lean back about that much, lean forward very well. And as you guys can see, that plastic is like really folding up in there. And be careful because I did hear that this guy can have some paint rub. But yeah, you can move him all the way around. Same thing at the waist. He doesn't crunch forward much at the waist, but as you guys can see, you can get him to look down. You can get him to lean back, but there's going to be some gappage in here because the crotch piece is actually a soft plastic. He kicks forward. That's great. I was not expecting that. That's actually really great. I dig that. Kicks back about that much. He cannot do the splits very much. It feels like he could go further, but I don't want to do it. He bends his knee about this much, and so I think that's good enough. It does work. Foot goes down about that much, up about that much. You do get ankle rocker, and then you do get toe hinge. So articulation-wise, you will probably be able to get this guy in about 95% of the poses that you want to get him into. And since he's going to be looking down on everyone he's fighting, I think it works perfect. For the accessories, this is where this guy kind of lacks a bit, but I'm not going to complain too much because I know that companies only have a certain amount of things they can work with. All that factors into price point and contracts and things like that. So I'm not going to fault them too much for the accessories, but he does come with the default head that you guys can see. Just a menacing face. He looks like he's getting ready to go to battle. He comes with a pair of fist hands. He comes with an alternate head, which I'm very happy they included this, where he's yelling, screaming, getting ready to attack, whatever it is, in the middle of an attack, and I dig this. Once again, this face looks just as good as the first one. It actually looks like they did a bit more sculpt work on the forehead for this one than this one. Maybe it's just a little bit more paint. I'm not entirely sure. But still, this looks dope. He does come with a pair of just relaxed hands, which, man, these things look devilish. Like, what the heck is this? Get that off of there. But, yeah, these things look freaking... I would not want to get hit by this guy. I'll just say that. And then, of course, you do get a pair of like grabbing hands. This can be for grabbing Superman, Batman, whoever. Let's hope he doesn't grab Batman because he'll kill my dude. But yeah, that's all you really get in terms of accessories. I wish he would have came with, like, I don't know if he uses like I-beams or anything like that. I really don't remember. But like even maybe some kryptonite or something. Like a big thing of kryptonite would have been awesome. Just something else that would have served as an alternate accessory other than just having a head and a pair of hands. But like I said, can't fault them too much for that. So let's go ahead and put this guy back and do some size comparisons. Now for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to probably the tallest versions we'll ever get of DC figures in 6-inch form. The Mezco Sovereign Knight Batman, the Mezco Classic Outfit Aquaman, the Mezco Hal Jordan Green Lantern, and of course the Mezco Classic Outfit Wonder Woman. I don't think he looks too bad with them. I'll say that. It'll probably look really good once you pose these guys together. Next up, here he is standing next to the Storm Collectibles Injustice Gods Among Us Bane and the McFarlane Classic Outfit Superman, which I think actually works very well with this guy. I might take some shots of these two together just to see how they look. And lastly, just for a few more, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Full Power Super Saiyan Broly, the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Super Buu, the Mafex Justice League version of Superman and Batman as well. Now I'm pretty sure it goes without saying what my final thoughts on this figure are. Storm Collectibles killed it. They knocked it out of the park with this release, but I was expecting that already. Storm Collectibles knows what they're doing, and that's one thing that I really like. I've seen a lot of reviews from Storm Collectibles figures. This is only my second one, but I've held plenty of them in my hand, and I've loved every single one. It's just that I'm not big into Mortal Kombat, and I didn't want to buy Lobo. I don't know enough about the character to justify buying it, but this guy right here, this is a work of art. If you like Doomsday, you're not going to get a better Doomsday no time soon anyway. I don't see anyone putting it out. Maybe McFarlane will come with one eventually, and I'm not talking about the Batman version of Doomsday that's going to be coming out that they decided to make for whatever reason. Actual Doomsday. One that looks nice, it doesn't look derpy, it poses nice, and you can still wedge it in very well with 6-inch figures. You're not going to get better than this, and I paid about $115. I think retail for it is like $95. You could probably find it around there shipped if you just be patient. I wasn't patient. I wanted this figure too bad. But man, this guy was worth every penny I paid for it. It's funny because when I first started collecting, I never imagined I would spend hundreds of bucks on villains. Unless it was like a favorite character of mine. But here I am with this Doomsday, and he's not going anywhere. Guys, pick this figure up. I don't know how Storm Collectibles price works. I don't know if they eventually end up shooting up in price. I don't know anything about their marketing, but if you want it, get your hands on it. He's damn well worth it. But overall, that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed below. Therefore, you can keep up with me outside of YouTube. You guys take it easy and have a great rest of your day. Peace. One thing I forgot to mention in my final thoughts, which really it's not thoughts on the figure, but I just wanted to apologize for my angles in this video. Guys, I was not feeling them myself, which I don't really like this review very much. But I did this for you guys because I know there were people who had really been wanting me to review this figure. So this is for you guys. To everyone who's bothered by my angles, I'm sorry about that. I typically don't review bigger figures, but you guys wanted it, so this is for you. Enjoy.